my voice clap once? Can you hear my voice clap twice? Can you hear my voice clap 3 times? Can you hear my voice clap 4 times? Can you hear my voice clap 5 times? Can I have all of the candidates for Associate Justice, position number 6, up in this front row, please? Could I have all of the candidates for Associate Justice, position number 6, in the front chairs, please? I'm going to turn it over to your party chairman. He's going to begin your election.
Good evening, Federalists. Are y'all excited for this? There you go. All right. Before we get into the actual elections, I'm going to have somebody from the election committee come up here and explain some of the rules. So everybody who is running, listen to this. Everybody listen to this in general, and give it up for Anthony Hall.
Hello, my name is Anthony Hall. I'm going to go over rules. The first rule, all speeches must fit within the time limit provided. Meaning you cannot go over the time limit. All speeches must be followed by the Arkansas Boys State Committee Boards of Conduct, including language that is offensive, crude, vulgar, and other, and that profound. The third one, delegates are not allowed to refer to their fellow delegates in a negative fashion. The people would decrew you. If you are decrewed, you will come back to the commission, and we will see if you are decrewed. That's it.
All right. Remember, as this goes on, we do have to vote, so get on your phone on the Hoover app and go to your agenda and make sure you're on the state office Federalist primary, not Nationalist. All right, so starting with Associate Justice number 6, I have Morris Hazard.
So you can see it, and then at 5 seconds, I'll give like a signal to somebody else.
All right.
So kind of like a little layout overview of how the timing's going to work. You're going to come up with your speech. This applies to all positions except lieutenant governor and governor. You're going to speak. You're going to have 45 seconds to speak. At the 15-second mark, I'll kind of step beside you in your peripheral vision so that you'll know that you have 15 seconds left. At the 5-second mark, I'll signal, like I'll do a signal. You'll be able to see it to know that you have 5 seconds left. And then as soon as that hits 0, I'll say time, and that's how the speeches will work. So thank you.
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Morris Hazard, and I'm running for the Associate Justice number 6. In 1999, Judge Levansky Smith became the first and only African-American justice appointed to the Arkansas Supreme Court, a milestone that inspired me and is one of the crucial reasons why I'm running in this position. I want to emphasize how essential diversity is for the judiciary branch. Diversity matters for several reasons. It ensures that voices and experiences of communities are represented when being processed. I believe that I can bring together individuals with different backgrounds, perspectives, which leads to thoughtful and fair ruling. Without diversity, our judicial system risks overlooking minorities.
Time.
All right, next we have Andrew Goss.
Hello everyone, how are y'all doing? That's good to hear. Hello, my name is Andrew Goss, and I'm running for Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. And I'm running because leadership starts with listening to the people. If you vote me for Associate Justice, I will not just echo the voices of Boise State delegates. I'll make your voice my voice, your cares my cares, your concerns my concerns. Because if you want to enact meaningful change, step 0 is to find change that people want. When it's time to vote, don't gloss over Goss. Vote Andrew Goss for Associate Justice.
All right, and for our final candidate for Associate Justice number 6, we have Peyton McDaniel.
Hello, fellow Arkansans. My name is Peyton McDaniel, and I am running to be your next Associate Justice number 6 for the Arkansas Supreme Court. Arkansas Boise State isn't about politics. It's about people. Running for Associate Justice, I promote the representation of Arkansans within this great state's judiciary system. I will stand up for you, especially in the fight for equal justice to be obtained in this great state. Arkansas deserves rights and equality. Vote Peyton McDaniel for Associate Justice number 6.
All right, if you are running for a Associate Justice position, any of them, please come sit on the front row. Y'all can go sit on the other side. All right, starting with, this is Associate Justice number 5. Our first candidate is Hudson Phillips.
Good evening, Boise State. My name is Hudson Phillips, and I'm planning to run on for Associate Justice. I believe this nation was founded on equality and liberty. The Founding Fathers created the judicial branch to protect your rights by comparing your cases and your problems with the law. As Associate Justice, I will make decisions based off of the truth. I will hear everyone equally and justly, no matter who you are, taking the bias out of the court. And I will represent the Federalist Party with honesty and justice. As your candidate, I will make the hard decisions for you by letting you speak. Everyone wants to be heard, and I have ears to hear. Thank you for your time.
All right, our next candidate is Daley White.
Hello, delegates. My name is Daley White, and I'm running for Associate Justice. An open mind makes sure everyone's voices are heard. A respectful mind makes sure that every delegate is treated with fairness and dignity. And a thoughtful mind ensures that all decisions are made carefully. As your Associate Justice, I'll make sure to do all of those things and more. So thank you for voting me, Daley White, as your Associate of Justice.
All right, our third and final candidate for Associate Justice number 5 is Gabriel Fatula.
What is up, Boy State? My name is Gabriel Fatula, and I am running for Associate Justice number 5. As your Associate Justice, I will determine the constitutionality of the laws while meticulously considering the argument's unique point of views with an unbiased and open-minded perspective. I am not here to convince you that I'm perfect, but I do believe that I am well equipped to properly uphold the law in court. So vote for me, Gabriel, your real candidate who cares about justice.
Make sure as we go along you are voting for your candidate which you think is best. We're going to move on to Associate Justice number 4, and our first one is James Wilson.
What's up? My name is James Wilson. Just one vote. Just one vote can change futures, for better or for worse. Do you know how many futures have been changed? Destinies erased with just one vote? Since the 2016 to 17 Supreme Court cases per year in a 5-4 vote, meaning it only needs one vote to change a decision. So how can I guarantee that I'm the best choice to make that vote? That's simple. I'm willing to sit down and understand all cases, no matter the county, party, or city. So, vote James. Vote James Wilson and be the one vote to change my future so I can be the one vote to change yours.
All right, our second candidate is Connor Stokes.
What's up, Boy State? How are we feeling? All right, everybody. My name is Connor Stokes, and I'm running for Associate Justice number 4. I believe a good justice should be fair, responsible, and willing to listen to everyone before helping make the final decision. If elected, I will treat all delegates equally and make sure I help our Chief Justice to the best of my ability. I want to be someone you can trust to stay honest, thoughtful, and focused on what is best for Boy State. No joke. Vote for Connor Stokes. Thank y'all for your time.
All right, our final candidate for Associate Justice number 4 is Preston Good.
Hello, fellow Boy Staters. I'm Preston Good from Maumelle Charter, and I'm running for Associate Justice Position 4. Let's play a quick game. Heads or tails, call it in the air. It was heads, but you don't want to rely on luck for your officials. You want someone who can reliably make the right calls even under immense pressure. I stand for fairness, accountability, and equal consideration under the law. I believe that every story has two sides that deserve to be heard, and I believe that every decision should be made with solid reasoning, not any bias or guesswork. You should trust judgment, not chance. Preston Good for Associate Justice, Position 4. Bless y'all.
We're going to move on. We're going to move on to Associate Justice number 3, and our first candidate for that is Caleb Cook.
Hold up! There we go. How we doing? Feel good? Yeah! All right. My name is Caleb Cook, and I'm running for your Associate Justice number 3. This state deserves someone y'all can trust. Is that right? Come on. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. We need someone to listen to people, someone that will make this stuff right, no matter what, and give Arkansas the justice it deserves. Come on, y'all gotta get up. Y'all quiet. Hey, I will work hard, lead strong, and stand up for what is right for this state. My name is Caleb Cook. Don't get cooked. Come on, let's go.
Our next candidate is Ramsey Beck.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to take a bit of a different approach and bring up a topic of great gravity. Just 1 year ago, the Arkansas Supreme Court nearly passed an egregious bill that made it nearly impossible for you to petition. This gets rid of and violates your First Amendment right, your freedoms, and jeopardizes your future Arkansas. With the Federalist choice of third chair Associate Justice, I promise with God as my witness to prohibit the overuse and wrongful expression of power, keeping your liberties truly free. An Arkansas with checks is a free Arkansas, and a free Arkansas needs Ramsey Beck as Associate Justice. Thank you.
Our next candidate is Davis Black.
How we doing, Boys State? My name is Davis Black, and I'm running for Associate Supreme Court Justice number 3. Y'all deserve a justice who is fair, moral, and deeply rooted in the values of this state. I spent my time in school leading with my peers and working with them, and I promise to do the same thing for y'all. I will uphold the law without bias and make sure that we protect the right of every Arkansan. The people of Arkansas deserve a voice that they can trust, and I aim to be that voice. Remember, don't look back, vote Davis Black. Thank you.
Our final candidate for Associate Justice number 3 is Asher Childers.
My name's Asher Childers, and today I'm running for Associate Justice, position number 3. I believe that when you vote for Associate Justice, you're not just voting for me, you're voting for my sense of character, my sense of justice. I get mine from how my actions affect other people. All of our actions affect other people. I have the most dependable sense of justice here, unlike everyone else. You can depend on me. When it's time to vote, Childers is the choice. Thank you.
Before we move on to number 2, I'm not sure if this mic has moved. Can y'all still hear all the candidates good? All right, then we'll keep it there. Closer? Is this better? Okay, it gets echoey real quick. Associate Justice number 2, our first candidate is Mason Cunningham.
Good evening, Boys State. I'm Mason Cunningham, and I'm running for Associate Justice number 2. And to be honest, I don't even want to be here right now. I didn't plan on running for a position at all. But to set something straight, I'm not here to gain your vote. I'm here to change your perspective on something. A lot of people think leadership is taking charge and doing the heavy lifting for other people. But in my mind, it's something much different. Leadership is standing up for others. Leadership is holding the door for another person. Leadership is checking up on someone when no one else does. But most of all, leadership is guiding that person through the maze when they're lost. Be a leader. Thank you.
All right, our second candidate is Landon Harris.
Fairness, respect, and integrity, qualities I believe I possess in abundance. That's why I encourage you to vote for me, Landon Harris, for Associate Justice number 2. Thank you.
Our last candidate for Associate Justice number 2 is John Paul Thomas.
Good evening. My name is John Paul Thomas, and it's an honor to be your Prudential Associate Justice for number 2. When I look myself in the today, I wonder, what does it mean to be an American? America isn't defined by some different ideas, but rather it's our shared freedom and our rights. We have the right to differ and differentiate, but it's what keeps us sacred. It's what we want to perform, to allow and have differences, to be held against the law without bias. To me, the rights and integrity our rights are defended by integrity. My school's motto is Virtus and Veritate. You'll be a fool to not vote for Thomas, because I'll keep my promise.
This is a reminder that as you were just taking into consideration when you're giving your speeches, that this room is very echoey, and when you start talking really fast and you get really close to the mic, it is hard for anybody to hear you. So I'm not saying talk at a turtle pace, but just take in mind. All right, make sure you are voting in Hoover, and we're going to move on to Associate Justice number 1. And our first candidate is Spencer Bryant.
Good evening, fellow Boys State attendees. I'm Spencer Bryant, and I want to start off by recognizing that at a point in time, it wouldn't be possible for this Boys State session to happen. But thanks to important Supreme Court cases like Brown v. Board of Education and Daisy Bates versus the state of Arkansas, we are able to come together as an unsegregated community and share this experience. As an Associate Justice, I hold the power to interpret laws and decide what's constitutional, as well as repealing cases and bringing justice to Boys State. Vote Spencer Bryant for Justice 1. Thank you all for your time and consideration. Go Feds!
All right, and our last candidate for Associate Justice number 1 is Hudson Harp.
All right, Boys State. Who likes dirty water? Raise your hand. All right, what about clean water? Yep. My name is Hudson Harp, like the food store. And just as I do not like dirty water, I do not like dirty judges. As an Associate of Justice, number 1, I will be hard on injustice and quick to listen to concerns. I will uphold the law of the court to the fullest extent. Strike the right chord, vote for Harp.
Okay, before we get to more speeches, if you are running for Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the Land Commissioner, the State Auditor, the Attorney General, the Treasurer, or the Secretary of State, so everybody except for Governor or Lieutenant Governor, can you please come sit up here? Y'all can sit on both sides. We're going to start with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, or the State Supreme Court. So up first we have Jagger Francis.
Good evening, Boys State. I'm Jagger Francis, and I'll be running for Chief Justice of the Arkansas Supreme Court. A man once said, equal means getting the same thing at the same time and in the same place. That quote says exactly what this judiciary will stand for. Now, obviously, none of us are actually on the Supreme Court yet, but Boys State is about learning how real leadership works. I will listen before judging and stay fair and uphold the law no matter what. And I will represent every delegate equally. Raise your hand if you want a judge who already picked a side before hearing the case. Exactly. Nobody wants that. If you want someone who leads these justices with fairness and integrity, I'd appreciate your vote for Jagger Francis as Chief Justice. Thank you, and let's punish these criminals.
Our second candidate is Ryan Tedford.
Good evening, Federalists. I am Ryan Tedford, and typically, a Chief Justice on the state level will serve a term of 8 years. I, similar to the speech, will not have near that time. But in the time that I do have, I will make the most just and the best Supreme Court that you will ever see. I will preside over it with a strong sense of judgment, a judgment that can only be seen in Hanna County. And beyond that, in our world, we see injustice every single day. But with me as your Chief Justice, you will not see any of that here at Boys State. And now I may not have a future in law, but with your vote, I can have a present in it. Thank you.
Next, we have Connor McDonald.
Hello. My name is Connor McDonald. The role of the Chief Justice is to protect you, protect your rights from the power of the federal government. As your Chief Justice, I will and have already begun to work tirelessly to embody these traits. As your Chief Justice, I will ensure that your rights will not be infringed upon. I am extremely excited to serve you. My name is Connor McDonald. Thank you for your vote.
Our next candidate for the Supreme Court Chief Justice is Baton Paydak.
Let's go!
What is up, Boys State? My name is Baton Paydak, and for all my life, I've had a special appreciation for the law. The two most important people in my life both escaped to the land of the free in order to escape the authoritarian government that had plagued them for all of their lives. When they arrived to America our beautiful country accepted them graciously and allowed them to truly experience the American dream. Right now, as I look across this audience, I see an incredible group of intelligent young men of different races, ethnicities, and cultural backgrounds. You and I would not be here today without the freedom that the American government provides. If I was elected Chief Justice of the State Senate, I would strive to protect these values of the freedom that we are so lucky to experience. Thank you.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing, okay. Our final candidate is Baron James Pianalto.
My name is Baron James Pianalto. You do not need a Chief Justice who agrees with you. You need one who treats everyone the same. Justice crumbles when built on the sand of opinion rather than the rock of law. When rulings reflect what is popular, they are not laws, they are mere opinions. Do not just vote for me, ordain me. To be elected is to be chosen. I wish to preserve justice for all of you, not for me. Now, rock or sand, law or opinion, the choice is yours. I am Baron James Pianalto, and I am running for Chief Justice of the Federalist Party. Thank you all very much.
Okay, that was our Chief Justice. Make sure you voted. And we're going to move on to Land Commissioner. So if I can have Ashton Shelton.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashton Shelton, and I'm running for Land Commissioner. Land is more than just dirt and grass. It's where communities grow, where opportunities begin, and where futures are built. I'm appealing to all Federalist Party across everywhere. Leadership is strongest when people come together with a shared goal. I want to represent everyone and make sure your voices matter. Leadership is not about having a title or standing in front of people. It's about taking responsibility, building trust, and putting others first. If you want someone who will work hard, represent everyone fairly, and lead with purpose and integrity, I ask for your vote. Vote Ashton Shelton for Land Commissioner. Thank you.
Our next candidate is Michael Ecton.
My name is Michael Ecton, and I am from Blytheville, Arkansas. The reason why I chose this position is because I feel like it's a personal bandana for me. See, I live from Main Street. It's pretty much a big thing in Blytheville. It's abandoned now. See, to me, I feel like without a Main Street, without the nature anymore, run down cities, high rent, it's just, what's that about? See, me, I feel like I have the determination, the vision for a land commissioner. I just want to thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
All right, our next candidate is Ethan Davis.
Hello, Federalist Party. My name is Ethan Davis, but my friends and family back home just call me E. I decided to run for this office based on the two things I believe are most important to the state of Arkansas, and that is agriculture and natural beauty.
As land commissioner, my missions will be to preserve beautiful natural land and protect personal farmland. As someone who lives on generationally passed down land, I understand how important and valuable this property is to landowners. I promise to make sure that the state of Arkansas will allow landowners to keep the land that rightfully belongs to them. I will also make sure that all of the natural beauty in this state is completely preserved while I am land commissioner. Thank you for listening, and a reminder to vote for E and save the trees. Thank you.
All right, our next candidate is Orrin Wright.
Gentlemen, I want you to take some time to reflect on the ground that you are standing on right now. Whether that is UCA, your home, or somewhere else, that is sentimental. I am a fourth-generation farmer, and my family and I take great pride in what we do. The role of the State Land Commissioner is to keep records of the land and keep up with the natural resources of the natural state. Just as how my family and I have been working on our farm for 4 generations, I'll put my heart and soul into the State Land Commission for the natural state. Everyone has a choice. Make the right one. Vote for Orrin Wright for the State Land Commission. Thank you, guys.
Okay, next we have Maverick Merriman.
What's up, everybody? I'm incredibly excited to be representing Arkansas Boys State Federalist. When you vote me as land commissioner, I'll balance economic development and environmental protection. I believe that farmers are the cornerstone of not only Arkansas, but of America. And as your land state commissioner, this is what I'll prioritize. Thank you so much, and please vote me as your land state commissioner. Thank you.
All right, and our final candidate for Land Commissioner is Jamison Tarachi.
Hello everyone, my name is Jamison Tarachi. Have you ever been somewhere so nice that you can go back without looking at a map, ever? Well, in Arkansas, I find that there are plenty of places to fill that criteria. My name is Jamison Tarachi, and I am running to be your 2026 Land Commissioner. As Land Commissioner, it would be my duty to sell our tax delinquent properties and collaborate with other state positions to keep our land safe and clean. I mean, we are the natural state, correct? Without these taxes being collected, we'd lose on critical funding which would be used to improve the well-being of Arkansas. And, well, I mean, that's what makes Arkansas, Arkansas, right? The natural state. My name is Jamison Tarachi, and again, I'm asking for your vote.
All right, we're going to move on to State Auditor, so if I can have Liam Wilson.
All right. Good evening. My name is Liam Wilson, and I want to be your state auditor. Other candidates may use lofty words or empty promises. No. If you vote for me as state auditor, I will be straight business and get straight to the point. Ledgers checked. Books balanced. Boxes ticked. I's dotted, T's crossed, pennies accounted for. A vote for me is a vote for a better, well-organized government. It's that simple. Vote for Liam.
right, next can I have Zane Cardenas?
Who is sick and tired of these gas prices? Who is tired of having to drop a band every time they want to drive just to have the simple freedom to drive? My name is Zane Cardenas, and I aim to fix that solution. I've always believed that people place their trust in you, that you have the responsibility to be honest, be organized, and to follow through. I'm someone who holds all these traits. As your auditor, I plan to hold the government accountable and make sure your tax money is not wasted. If you want someone reliable that represents you, I really appreciate your vote. Vote for Zane Cardenas. Thank you.
I have Isaiah Danaby.
Good afternoon, Boys State. Like the late Mac Miller once said, there's a lot of beauty in the world, so go hang out and be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. I want the position as state auditor because I want to be a part of the solution. Don't you men want your money to be safe and watched and in good hands? I know I do. I believe you do too, right? My name is Isaiah, and this position will allow me to ensure that the state and local government will handle tax dollars and finance responsibly. I am Isaiah Denton.
Next, our next candidate for state auditor is Daniel McKay.
To you, Boys State, I have just one question. What to you is the role of the state auditor? Well, to help paint that picture in your mind, let me just tell you a story. When I was 6 years old and my city got destroyed by a tornado, I can't even explain to you the hope on people's faces when our state auditor at the time said that he could help with reconstruction with our state funds. And as state auditor, I want to use our tax funds to help spread hope in people just like he did. So, remember when it comes to a position like this, that just okay is not okay, so vote for McKay. Thank you.
We have Damian Ross.
My name is Damian Ross. I'm coming from Central High School, and I didn't even write a speech. I came to you to give a heartfelt speech, not something that's polished or professional. I believe that state auditor is a position of honesty, and you need someone you can trust. Reading a script is too polished, it's too professional. You need someone you can trust to organize your finances. And every stutter, every mumble comes from real. Not perfectionalized, but real. And I want to leave you with one question for the future of Boys State. Would you trust an honest man's words or a piece of paper written on, or a script written on a piece of paper, my bad.
All right, our last candidate for state auditor is Jackson Carter.
All right, be honest. Who's starting to get a little bored here? Yeah. All right, then I'll try and keep this brief. My name is Jackson Carter, and I'm running for state auditor. When corruption is rampant, when funds are misplaced and money is tight, it would be my job as state auditor to fix our state's problems. My experiences as a leader in JRTC in logistics have helped me form a logical quality that is needed for such an analytical job. If elected, I would be here for you. Jackson Carter would be here for you. Thank you.
I understand that you might be getting a little bored, but I need to remind you that who you elect here, you're standing against someone tomorrow. It's important who you elect. It's important to listen to every candidate and not just the first person on the ballot. So I know it might be a little boring, but take your time and listen to each speech, please. So we're going to start with Attorney General. So can I have Uriah Fife?
Hi, my name is Uriah Fife. I'm here running today for Attorney General. So, my last name is Fife, and I've heard every joke in the book about Barney Fife. I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched Andy Griffith's show. Anybody? Maybe not. Oh well. You got it? Alright. So, I'm coming to you today. I just want to be a leader for all of you here at Attorney General. My job as Attorney General is to protect the peace, uphold the law. And I want to be that for all of you. We're all brothers now. We've all survived on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. If we can't be brothers after that, what can we be? I just hope all y'all can vote for me, Uriah Fife, Attorney General.
All right, our next candidate for Attorney General is Joshua Bailey.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Bailey, and I'm honored to stand before you for Arkansas Attorney General. The Attorney General's job is to not only enforce laws, but it's also about protecting our people, our families, and serving our communities across the state. If elected, I would work to keep Arkansas safe by fighting crime, protecting children, and supporting law enforcement. I would also maintain a fair and just view. And I would also work to protect consumers from scams, fraud, and hardworking Arkansans deserve leaders who will stop and stand for them. Together we will build a safer, stronger Arkansas where every citizen feels protected, valued, and heard. My name's Joshua Bailey. Vote for me.
All right, next we have Bennett Oliver.
My name is Bennett Oliver, and as Kylie Cox, or most commonly known as Sketch, would say,
What's up, brothers?
but that's what we are, boys. I know that's a crazy pool, but we're brothers. And I hope that as Attorney General, I can continue that brotherhood with y'all. As my counselor X would say, wait, Qualls, can I get the pass? Can I get the pass, Qualls? Can I get the pass? I love y'all guys. I love y'all guys. But I want to establish a legacy for the federal party as well as boys staters. A legacy that we are all kind, compassionate young men. As Attorney General, I vow to uphold I hope that you will consider me, Bennett Oliver, to do that. All that is my power as Attorney General. Thank you.
Our next candidate for Attorney General is Luke Jones.
Good evening, Arkansas Boys State. How many of you or your family members have been a victim of a crime? I know just under a year ago, my family had our social security numbers and other information stolen from us. While you're Attorney General, I will fight to protect everybody from digital crimes and physical crimes alike. Vote me for Attorney General Luke Jones.
Next, we have Cannon McCoy.
How we doing, Boys State? Hey, my name is Cannon McCoy. I am running for Attorney General. My parents, they've worked under the Attorney General office before, and I believe that they've passed down many lessons to me. And I believe I would be great at serving for y'all as Attorney General. As I held up the law, I require moral responsibilities for you guys. I will be pushing out my entire way of chances and let y'all know that you're being heard, that your way, your law is going to be heard. My name is Cannon McCoy. Vote for your boy, Cannon McCoy. Thank y'all.
All right, next, can Kason Lewis come up?
Gentlemen, I know you're exhausted and I know you're tired because I am too, but if I could have just a couple seconds of your time, I'm going to make it worth it. Okay, I'm Kason Lewis and I'm running for Attorney General, and if I get elected, it would be my opportunity to be the top legal officer in the state and choose what legal issues are prioritized. Okay, and I'm going to tell you a secret. I would be a very good fit for this role. I'm not afraid of change. I uphold good values, and I'm here to make a difference. All right? So I'm telling you, I'm asking you to leave your case with Kason Lewis for Attorney General. Thank you.
All right, our next candidate is Gray Clark.
All right, my name is Grayson Clark, and I want to make the point that there's a difference between running for a role, running for that title, and running for a position. And I want to ask, is it my intention to run for this position so that a Harvard admissions agent will look at my name and raise their eyebrows? No. It is my intention that I will help all of you, and I will do the best job that I can. I believe that I have the potential to be the best Attorney General that Boise State has ever seen. And whether you have a blue shirt, a green shirt, a red shirt, a yellow shirt, look for Gray Clark in the polls, and let's bring back law and order to Boise State.
Our last candidate for Attorney General is Alfredo Milan Rodriguez.
Hello everyone. I stand here today to create unity because I believe, regardless of counties, parties, or beliefs, everyone should be treated equally. I am willing to work with all my peers and listen to everyone. I promise there will be no legal discrimination or bias in our decisions. We will simply do what is best suited for you and what you want. Along with this, I wrestled for 3 years, and that taught me valuable lessons that morphed me to be very strong and reliable. And that's exactly what I'll be for this state so it can prosper. A strong, reliable, and determined leader. Thank you.
So this was my fault, but I skipped over a name for state auditor. So if I can get Mark Moody up here.
Hi everyone. My name is Mark Moody and I'm running to be your state auditor. As you know, I did just get skipped over a moment ago, so bear with me, I'm a little bit frazzled. My family had a black lab and his name was Max. And he was always very curious when something was wrong. A stranger, when he saw a stranger, he watched. When he saw a hose had been left on at the house, he barked. And when he saw a snake, he growled. Like Max, I have good instincts, and instinct matters. That's what you need for a state auditor. Make your mark with Mark Moody. Thank you.
And one more thing, for a safety thing, even though flips are impressive, please refrain from doing something like that up here so you don't hurt yourself. And because if it didn't work out, it probably wouldn't look too good. But we're gonna go into treasurer, so we're gonna start with Isaac King.
Good afternoon, Boys State. My name is Isaac King, and I love my boys in blue back there, but tonight I'm not only representing Hanna County. I'm representing all the Federalists in the building today. I'm running for state treasurer, a trustworthy individual who possesses three main qualities: responsible, honest, and reliable. As your state treasurer, I assure you that all questions will be answered honestly. Every cent is invested and protected to grow the state's economy responsibly, pay debts quickly and efficiently, and manage your accounts with the utmost reliability. Let's put King in the ring. Vote Isaac King for state treasurer.
Our next candidate is Wyatt Cohen.
As somebody who has been invested in the stock market for 3 years now, let's just say I know money and money knows me. Money is a different language, and thankfully I have a PhD at Money University. Now, everybody, they want a winner, and that's where I take the dinner. Now, and that is why they call me Wolf of Wall Street, Wyatt Cowan. Vote for me.
All right, our next candidate for treasurer is Jordan Thomas.
Good afternoon, Boys State. Y'all feeling blessed today? I just have a quick question. Who here has spent way too much money at the market? Me too, unfortunately. But as your treasurer, I will ensure that these nonsensical expenses are fixed. My name is Jordan Thomas, and instead of listing 30 APs and working at Grunkles Incorporated, I'm going to keep it simple. Treasurer takes responsibility, organization, and the ability to stay focused. As treasurer, I will ensure economic reform, improve uses of boys' bucks, and reform the outrageous market prices. Lastly, I'm not trying to keep it funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'll put it to you bluntly. Don't vote for a dummy. Vote for Jordan. To take good care of your money.
All right, our next candidate is Ethan Gong.
When I was 6, I started my first lemonade stand with my sister.
I just remember she would make the lemonade and sell it to the customers while I was sitting in the back just with the jar, counting out the money, and just playing around with the coins. And all in all, we only made around a couple dollars that day, which was a fortune at the time. But this was more important because it marked the first time that I was managing money. And ever since then, I've been more and more interested in finance and leadership roles and responsibility, which leads me to here today, running for state treasurer. I can't promise to be perfect, but I can promise you this, that I'll use all my energy and time to be the best treasurer I can. And just remember, you can't go wrong if you vote for Gone.
Our last candidate for treasurer is Samuel Klein.
Good afternoon, Federalists. My name is Samuel Klein. Look to the young man on your left, and now you're right. By the end of the week, one of them will have probably asked you for $5 for the market. And when they do, you'll want to know that the guy running the state budget knows what he's doing with your money. Arkansas is an economic powerhouse. We built Walmart, feed the globe with Tyson, and fuel our girlfriends with Seven Brew. As your treasurer, I'm bringing the legendary business mindset to Boise State. I don't just talk business, I live it. As state vice president for DECA, I managed a budget for an entire organization. I've led campaigns to raise tens of thousands for suicide prevention, and if you want the real finance and entrepreneurship, I run a snack store out of my dorm. My name is Samuel Klein. Vote for stability and shine with Klein.
We're going to move on to Secretary of State. First up is Luis Lucrecio.
Hey y'all, I'm sure some of y'all have seen me around the campus. I've been going up to people shaking hands, but now that I'm up here, my hands, the palms are sweaty. My knees are heavy. My arms are heavy as well. Anyways, as I stand up here, I realize that I won't just represent what it means to be a secretary, but I'll represent everyone here. The fearful child of immigrants, the red, the blue, the yellow, the red, the maroon, the orange, the green, every single color. And one thing about me is I'm a massive nerd, and I love taking notes. Vote me.
Our next candidate is DJ Thrower.
Every vote counts. Every voice deserves to be heard. I am running for Secretary of State to keep things organized, make sure everything I did recorded and shared. I am elected if elected, I make sure everything is documented clearly, communication stays strong, nothing get missed. Appreciate y'all vote. Thank you.
All right, our next candidate for Secretary of State is Gabriel Hernandez.
Hello, Boise State. My name is Gabriel Hernandez, and I'm running for State Secretary. Most people hear secretary and think paperwork. I think responsibility. I think about making sure that things actually run the way they're supposed to, and that nobody's voice gets left behind. I'm someone who stays organized, communicates clearly, and keeps working even when things get stressful. I care about doing this job the right way, because the small details are what hold everything together. If elected, I'll make sure communication is clear, efficient, and fair for everyone. Boys State starts with communication on one side, on the other action and leadership, and the secretary connects it all. I'd appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Now, for our next candidate, would Zeke Leonard please step up?
My name is Zeke Leonard, and I'm a Federalist from Sanders County. And walking around this week, I saw so many candidates, too many candidates, campaigning for titles and not the responsibility. I won't lie, I started this week that way. I wanted to be governor, but I believe humbling yourself clears away the ego, allowing you to see your raw potential and true capabilities. When assessing myself, I realized my background filled with leadership roles, parliamentary law, and record keeping for my parents' businesses make me better qualified for Secretary of State than governor. So I urge you, when voting, look across county lines. And I am Zeke Leonard, and tonight I'm asking for your vote. Hello again. We're going to start with, if all of the, that should be everybody, correct? All right, I'm going to ask for the governor and lieutenant governor candidates to make their way up here.
Just one thing to keep in mind, for lieutenant governors and governors, we have a minute, and I'll still get, you'll still get the same 15-second warning and 5-second warning.
All right, did y'all hear that? Lieutenant governor and governor gets 1 minute, okay? Same rules apply, I believe 15 on the step up. 15 step up, 5, he'll wave, and then he'll say time. All right, we're going to start with Lieutenant Governor. So if I can have Carter Burrows.
Hello everyone, my name is Carter Burrows and I'm running for Lieutenant Governor. My favorite uncle once said, "With great power comes great responsibility." I will do whatever it takes to serve my delegates as like Spider-Man would do for all of us. I will challenge and serve everyone and will serve as a voice to everyone, as like a spidey sense to everyone. And I promise to lead with energy and teamwork and dedication to serve dedication, and thank you.
All right, guys, our next candidate for Lieutenant Governor is Daniel Green.
Good afternoon, Federalist Party. My name is Daniel Green, and it is an honor to stand before y'all today. I am running to be your state lieutenant governor. I am more passionate about this position than any other because of the roles and how they align with my goals. As lieutenant governor, I want to help the governor and propel him to achieve the most success possible, and I want to become a backbone for him when he needs the most help. When presiding over the Senate, I want to lead with integrity by following the proper protocol, confidence by being someone you can always depend on, and efficiency by discussing problems and bills in the most efficient way. I want to be a voice for all your ideas. In my final words, I want to say to you, you are not only the future of Arkansas, but you are the future of the world, and you are actively building it. So just like a traffic light when it turns green, let's move forward and vote for green with Daniel Green. Thank you.
Our next candidate for Lieutenant Governor is Ross Martin.
State champ. Yeah. Hi. My name's Ross Martin. My voice might be gone because Rook's got this thing turned up. For sure. Come on. So, my main motto is, I'm a different animal, but the same beast, because everybody want to help. But I have the plans to help. People talking about how they're going to help, but what are they going to do? I'm going to try to see if we can get the bedtime lowered so we can go to bed earlier, because I'm always tired. I'm going to see if we can get the pass block off and the doors open. So, when I say we all need to work together, I don't care what party you are, what county, what city, we don't care, for real. So, we all are different animals, but the same beast. Vote for me, Ross Martin, Lieutenant Governor.
Next, can I have Max Erskine?
What's up, boys, staters? Let me get a round of applause for these old guys. They did wonderful. That was amazing. What I thought coming to Boise State was I was nervous, man. I was worried that it might be boring. But I look around this room right now and I changed my mind. All of y'all, strangers, became friends, brothers, family. And that's my family. And I think that's something really, really special. I never expected to go up to this mic. But my brothers over there that see red, they pushed me so hard, and that pushed me to push myself. And that's something I've never felt before. I would call that true, true brotherhood. Boise State might have taught us leadership, but I believe brotherhood is the most valuable lesson we have here. And we've all come from different backgrounds, and that will not separate us. Thank you all so much. I want to leave you with a Bible quote that I happen to love. Peter chapter 3, verse 8. All of you, be unified, be empathetic, love one another, be compassionate, be humble. I believe this is my slogan. I love you all.
Okay, our next candidate is AJ Walton.
Federalists, delegates, men, I come up here almost arrogantly because I am asking for your blind faith in me. However, I know I am your candidate. I could come up here and complain about the inaction of the nationalists or make excuses, but my job is not to make excuses. My job will be to keep the Senate in check and force accountability on them so that they represent your views. Because, gentlemen, our government is broken. Your representatives don't think about your voice or your well-being. Corruption has dug its roots deep in our legislature. but I am here to fix that. I'm not running because it pays good, or for the title, but because I want to clean up our government. I'm A.J. Wallen, and I am your candidate.
All right, our last candidate for Lieutenant Governor is Grant Hardin.
All right, so I've got a question for all of you here. What does freedom mean to you? And I don't mean just the word, I mean the idea. To me, it means a few different things. Firstly, freedom represents the ability to choose what we believe in. Freedom represents the ability to be exactly who we are. Freedom represents the ability to choose what we are going to believe. Whether you're from any race or any area, these freedoms are something that should be guaranteed to every single person. I'm Grant Hardin. As your Lieutenant Governor, I will ensure that our freedoms are protected for now and for generations to come. Don't let your freedom slip away. This isn't a rant. Vote for Grant.
All right, that wrapped up our Lieutenant Governor. So we're going to start with Governor. So listen, there's a lot of these. So I think there's 13. Listen to all of them, please. And to start us off, we have John Skaggs.
Hello, fellow Boy Staters. My name is John Skaggs, and just to remind you what our founding fathers wrote 239 years ago in the preamble of our Constitution, we, the people. When it comes to the office of governor at Boise State, you need a candidate that will think about the people of every county and every dorm from Hughes Hall to Arkansas, Conway to State. Not just one shirt color either, but all delegates wearing maroon, orange, light blue, blue, yellow, red, purple, and green. Boise State and modern politics need change, and there can't be change if we focus on only one county or those elected. So, when elected as governor, I promise to listen to you and to reflect the people, not reign over them. For democracy depends on us, we the people.
Our next candidate is Skeet Boshears.
Hello everyone, my name is Skeet Boshears and I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. In my life, there are three main things that I focus on when leading those around me: faith, family, and freedom. Family gives me support, love, and a community who will stand behind me no matter what I want, and I want you all to be my family. Faith gives me hope during hard times. Freedom gives us the ability to speak our minds, make our own choices, and make choices as the people of Arkansas. Arkansas Boys State deserves to be led by a man guided by these things. When you elect me as governor, as Arkansas Boys State, I will represent this delegation to the ones coming behind us. My promise is I will continue to lead by faith, family, and freedom. Vote for Skeet. Thank you.
Hello, there we go. Our next candidate for governor is Dax Ledbetter.
I have only just a minute. My name is Dax Ledbetter, and I'm running to be your party's nominee for governor. You know, people spend a whole lot of time focused on colors these days. The colors on your shirt, the colors on your badge, the colors on your campaign sign. But at the end of the day, every single one of us has a heart. And running through this heart are veins of 3 colors: red, white, and blue. Right now, we stand at arguably the most divided point in our nation since the Civil War. It's easy to play into that division. It's easy to create an us versus them mentality. But Federalists, we cannot be the party of division. We must be the party of unity. Not the party for one city, not the party for one county, but the party for all of voice states. Because if we truly want to bring change to the great state of Arkansas, then we must stand together. It matters not the color on your shirt, it matters not the color on your back. What matters are the colors in your heart: red, white, and blue. Vote for unity. Vote Dax Ledbetter for governor.
All right, our next candidate is Cordalen Robinson.
Good evening, delegates. My name is Cordalen Robinson, and I will be running for your next governor. Now, throughout my life, I've been uniquely placed to be around a diverse group of people wherever I've went. And these diverse groups of people have allowed me to see the many ways and paths of life that can happen and can lead you to success. Now, as a governor, or problems we've seen with governors are people who go into power and don't accurately represent you. And you want somebody in power who can accurately represent you and not treat you like you're just a number on a spreadsheet. You want somebody to go out there who truly understands your problems and someone who can relate to you and accurately relate what is going on in your everyday life. I can be that person for you. I have gone through and I have talked and I've communicated with some of you in the lunchroom, and I will continue to do that if you vote me as your governor. Vote Cordalen Robinson.
All right, our next candidate is Nikhil Dogra.
The thing about home is that it's the place you keep coming back to. I've chosen Arkansas twice in my life, over California, over England. I chose home, but now my home doesn't feel the same. And when home starts to feel unstable, it makes you realize something deeper, that the foundation of my community only works when every piece supports each other. And how can any Arkansans support one another when we are being plagued by violence, poverty, and high incarceration rates? How can they do that when they are afraid of their own home? As Boy Staters, it's our responsibility to give others opportunities that some of us never got, while strengthening the brotherhood that Boy State has fostered between us these past 3 days. And that's what I want to carry into leadership. I, Nikhil Dogra, want to be the pillar in a chain of delegates seeking action in Arkansas. Because a true leader isn't the one who shouts the loudest, who has a gimmick, but the one who steps up. Thank you.
Our next candidate for governor is Tristan Jackson.
Good evening, Federalists. I'm Tristan Jackson. I stand before you today asking you to see me for the person I am. A young activist pushing for peace in this violent city. A young activist helping organize programs and events to promote peace and unity. A activist that will fight for you too. A activist who pushes for change. I stand before you today not for myself, but for you. For the unheard, for those who didn't have the courage to stand up here today, for those who need a leader, for those who want a change in and outside of Boys State. For those who did not have a brother before coming to Boys State. That's who I'm here for. I stand before you today for my people back in Pine Bluff and a hope for the future. I stand to fight for you because I'm for the people. Tristan Jackson for governor.
All right, next we have Noah Lyles.
How we all feeling, Boys State? My name's Noah Lyles, and I'm running for your next governor. I want us all to take this quarter here, and let's say I drop it. Wasn't very loud. Some of you in the back probably didn't even hear it. But imagine we all simultaneously took a quarter and dropped it. That's what defines real leadership. You see, real leadership is not about standing alone, but rather gathering our individual strengths for one purpose. As Psalms 133:1 tells us, how good is it, us brethren, to dwell in unity. I'm running for this position, not for fame or glory. I'm running for it to bring us together and make our shared voice loud enough to change the future. So let's stop dropping quarters, and let's start, and let's stand together as one. Let's get more smiles, and let's vote Lyles!
And for our next candidate, Peter Hadley.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to my county. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I don't think a governor has ever done this before. I'm not looking for your vote tonight, for today. Instead, I want everybody to stand up. Everybody stand up. Every single county here. We are the Federalists, and I want everybody to hear us. I don't care what room they're in. We're going to yell so loud. We're going to be unified together by all of us being a Federalist. I want you to yell as loud as you can. I want to hear every single voice. I don't care how gone your voice is. It should all be gone after this, all right? Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let me hear you! I'm Peter Hadley. Thank you.
Next we have Gary Baldwin.
Hello, Boys State. I'm Gary Baldwin, yes, like from SpongeBob, but my county may know me as otherwise. I have big dreams and big aspirations, and I strive for great things. Now, I need all of y'all's participation for this and your utmost focus. Think of Drake just for a second, and how he went 0 for 3 on all of his recent album drops. It failed all of our expectations, and even though he was the Iceman, it was not in fact cold. Unlike Drake, I will not fail your expectations, and I will exceed them. This role has a lot of glory and a lot of gusto that comes with it, but that is not why I'm here. I'm here to serve you guys because I'm a person of the people. I try and be involved as much as I can, and I'm involved in all the programs, and I'm truly here for each and every one of you. Thank you, Gary from SpongeBob.
Our next candidate for governor is Kai Givens.
Gentlemen of Arkansas Boys State, my name is Kai Givens and I'm running for mayor. Growing up, my mom taught me two things. Always treat people with respect even when they don't reciprocate, and two, leave every place better than you found it. Those lessons have shaped me into the way I lead today. Or having the most popular, you don't have to have the most popular name on the ballot. It's about serving others, listening and bringing people together. If elected, I'll work to make sure every person here feels respected, included, and represented. Because I believe the best leaders don't focus on themselves. They focus on the people they serve to serve. They're called to serve. My philosophy is simple. If I eat, we all eat. So if you're looking for someone who will lead with character, respect, and action, I'll be honored to earn your vote. Vote Kai Givens for governor. Thank you, and God bless Arkansas Boys State.
All right, our next candidate is Henry Witcher.
Hello, fellow delegates. My name is Henry Witcher, and I'm running for the position of governor. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty of the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people." And I take that quote very seriously. I've seen many people struggling in Arkansas firsthand. I've seen families who truly do not know where their next meal is coming from. And once you see that, you cannot ignore it. That is why this position matters to me. Because democracy is not about titles. It is not about who sounds the smartest at a podium. It is about citizens choosing to step up for other people. That is why our motto is democracy depends on me. Not somebody else, not someday, us, right now. Thank you. I'm Henry Witcher. Remember, don't be a switcher, vote for Witcher.
All right, our next candidate for governor is Jackson Burt.
Now I'm hoping most of y'all remember me, but anyway, let's hear it, Boys State! Okay, now cheese dip. Cheese dip originated in Hot Springs here in Arkansas. Some of y'all may be confused by what I mean, but y'all should be the chips to Arkansas's cheese dip. I want you to be willing to be involved. Now don't be afraid and go do things. By voting for me, you can do the most you can for your county and state. My name is Jackson Burt, and I'm running for unity again. If you unite and elect me as your governor representative, I will unite the rest of Boys State. I will unite all of you. So much power is held in big groups like protests and labor unions. So let's unite into one big group and boost me, Jackson Burt, into that role for you. Be the chips to my cheese dip. Have your vote be certified and birdified.
All right, our next candidate is Roderick Anoki.
You know what? I don't even need the speech. I want to speak from the heart. Will everybody in Boys State now stand up and hug their neighbor? Right now, come on, let's do it, come on. Yes, yes, yes. As you are doing this, I want you to question something. Individuals, if I could get your attention, I want you to question something. I came here to Boy State, and I was scared. I didn't have a voice. But through talking with you, through understanding the policies that you wanted to hear, I was able to find my voice. Through your passion, through your humility, you have given me an opportunity to come up here and express my gratitude, and I will not waste it. To exist in the sea of democracy is a great honor. For what is an ocean if not a collection of droplets? My fellow droplets, I ask that if there's anything to take away from this election, it's that we are in this together and that
All right, we are on our last candidate for governor. Are y'all excited? Okay. All right, well then, Drew Maltos.
Good evening, fellow delegates. I'd rather not spend this time cataloging accolades or personalized perceptions, for that matter. Neither will I make cliched claims about how together we are stronger. As the revolutionary Che Guevara once said, the best form of saying is being. Federalists, today, we are gathered here to elect various roles, including governor, the conductor of the orchestra, that is the delegates. Both here in this building and not present. A governor, the one who leads this association's student body. I come here not to promote myself, but to promote the student body. Now, who can tell me, what are all the traits that makes a helpful leader? One is not hostility. For a leader who overrides hostility is almost certain to fall. They are like the statue of Ozymandias, holding up a pedal holding up a statue that's not room, something like that. But the traits that
Yesterday, y'all voted and elected each county, elected a party platform delegate. And we have a committee that decided what the Federalist core values are going to be. This is our vice chairman, and here's our secretary. So, we, the Federalist Party of 2026, are devoted to promoting the prosperity of Arkansas Boy State and the everyday Arkansan through, here's what we believe in: early bedtime, and this includes shorter leadership discussion. This allows for more sleep and rest for all delegates. We focus on economic reform, increased freedom within our Boy State Bucks currency in order for increased political power for each delegate. I'm sure people who ran for office found a hard time getting money. So we as a party are fighting for increased freedom with currency. We would like separated recreation time, one in the morning and one in the evening, instead of one large recreation time, so this gives us 2 times a day to have free time. We want to increase infrastructure budget to fix and reopen sidewalks and doors to promote convenience. And that is what we will keep on meeting, and we'll, I'm guessing, keep you updated through the week. But I believe that is it. I have something else to read. Word for word. All right. Results from this election will be announced tomorrow morning. To better assess how to allocate the remaining unspent campaign funds, the party leadership delegation will be hosting a Meet the Candidates session in Old Main immediately after flag raising. Delegates who have advanced to their state office party runoff are encouraged to meet with their party leadership to speak about their candidacy, the causes they are running on, and why the party leadership delegation should support their campaign. So if you would like for the party as a whole to help fund your campaign, it will be immediately after flag raising in the Old Main tomorrow morning.
A round of applause for your election commission and all of our candidates tonight. Thank you all very much. You guys did a great job, and you're now dismissed to your county councilors.